with that boxing world. He just dropped a video last night on our YouTube channel. That's In the Loop Video 2000. Go check out that last video he just posted about 17 hours ago. You know what I mean? I definitely want to make sure y'all go check out that vid.
So,
be live, man. What's the latest in the boxing world, brother?
Yes, sir. You know, it's a big smile. I told y'all this before, but a big smile comes to my face whenever I get to start talking about boxing. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And this weekend was a great weekend for boxing fans. Okay. On Friday, they started it off with Danny Jacobs, a friend of the room. You know, we never had him on our show, but Jacob stopped playing, man. You know, we had Titus on. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Titus is a friend of the show. Mm-hmm. I saw you rocking Titus' shirt.
Oh yeah, no doubt. God gifted, you know, God gifted the power. Yeah.
So you already know what it is, man. You know, come through.
We're gonna make that.
Come talk to us.
We're gonna set that up. We definitely gonna get that brother up here, man.
Exactly. Well, he got a knockout win. You know, he looked excellent doing it, man. You know, looked fast, looked very strong. Okay. Knocked that boy out, man.
Okay. Middleweight, right?
Yes, middleweight, 160.
What was his round count?
What
was his round count?
I think he knocked him out like in the 6th round or something like that. Sergio Mora. Okay. You know? Then, and Sergio Mora is a guy who went actually 12 rounds with what's his name? With Shane Mosley. He got a draw with Shane Mosley. Yeah. So, you know, he's a good fighter.
Probably his biggest fight.
Yeah, exactly. So then on Saturday, we got a chance to see two great fighters. You know, two people that they say is pound for pound. And I'm gonna start talking about the pound for pound later. But first, I'm gonna give a review of both of these fights. Okay. The first one I want to talk about is Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. This guy right here. He's a good fighter, man. You know, people put him as the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. Mm-hmm. They put him up there because he's a small guy. You know, he moved up to 115 to fight Quadras. And it was a hell of a fight. When I tell you that these motherfuckers went out there and was giving it they all, I mean, they went out there and gave it they all. You know, Chocolatito was from Nicaragua. Quadras is from Mexico. Okay. So you already know, you know, you put together a dude from Nicaragua and the dude from Mexico, they're gonna go at it. Yeah. And I actually went to Nicaragua before.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was nice out here. You know, I was chilling, man. They had the nice fruit. You know, I went to Costa Rica. You know, Costa Rica and Nicaragua was on the same land continent. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was cool. It was on the same landmass.
South America, right?
Yeah, South America. So it's funny, right? I had a funny story because the driver caught a flat in the mountains. What? And it was dark as hell out there. So I'm shook. We hearing all types of stuff in the woods. You know what I mean? Like we hearing all types of birds and animals I ain't never heard of.
I'm staying in the car, man.
Yo, I'm about to, but yo, it was a little dude that was driving the car and it caught a flat and he stopped. He like, yo, we gotta have to fix the flat. And he's having a hard time doing it by himself. So he gets out and we jump out the car. You know, we all trying to fix the flat with him. But, you know, it was a scary situation, man. I was like, yo, I do not want to die in a third world country, man. You know, there's plenty of ways to die. But in third world country is one way I don't want to die.
Anything what would have hopped down your ass, man?
Anything.
Jaguar, anything could have hopped down.
Coyote.
Exactly.
Any type of thing. Okay, but, you know, other than that, you know, that was a crazy story. But yeah, he's straight from Nicaragua. He showed tremendous heart in that fight. What I tell you is he was coming up, moving up to fight Quadras, right? Moving up in weight. And this kid is like Pac-Man. That should be his nickname, Pac-Man, because he's on you. He don't give you a second to breathe. You understand? He throw all types of punches. He got very good power. And he's just an all-action fighter, man. And that's what I love about him. But it was an excellent fight. He got hurt a couple times. He hurt Quadras a couple times, but it was an excellent fight.
Yeah.
But the fight I want to talk about is Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. He went up against Kell Special K Brook. Okay. Now, this fight was at the 160 weight limit, right? 160 pounds, middleweight. This cat, Kell Brook, is a 147-pound fighter, a welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. His biggest win was against Sean Porter. And Sean Porter's a good fighter. You understand? Yeah. But at the same time, it's at 147 pounds. So he moved up in weight to go up and fight one of the hardest punches in boxing. You understand what I'm saying? Which is Triple G.
Yeah.
So
you feel good about that guy. People do, man.
People put him up there as one of the pound for pound fighters.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
And I'm gonna break down why he's not a pound for pound fighter. You know, I wouldn't even put him in my top 10. And I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna get into it. But The fight started off good. The first round, you know, both of those guys were trying to fill each other out. I actually gave Kell Brook the first round. The second round came out. Kell Brook actually showed excellent skill and made that boy look kind of, you know, make him look ordinary. The third round, Triple G came up, started applying more pressure, landing more punches. The fourth round, he hurt him. In the fifth round, his corner stepped in to stop the fight. Kell Brook corner stepped in to stop the fight. I don't think that he was hurt enough for them to stop the fight. But like I said in the video, I'm not with him there 24/7 in the training camp. His team could see that obviously something was bothering him. You know, that's why they stopped the fight. His orbital bone got broken. So, you know, he was in obviously a lot of pain because he was pouring at his, you know, his eye socket when he got hit. So he definitely got a lot of pain. But at the same time, he dished out pain to Triple G. So this is the issue I want to get at. The issue I want to get at is the pound for pound ranking. All right. Now, pound for pound is something that, you know, anybody can say whatever because there's not really a system that you can go by to rank who's really pound for pound. But when people talk about pound for pound with me, what I'm saying is if weight didn't matter and everybody was in the same weight class, who would win off of the skills that they possess in their fighting style? All right. Now, recent pound for pound champions, you look at Floyd Mayweather. All right. Floyd Mayweather is much smaller than Mike Tyson, right?
Right.
But if we was to say that Tyson wasn't heavy than Floyd Mayweather, if we put them at the same weight class, who do you think would win that fight?
If Mike was younger?
Yeah, if Mike was young, you know, Floyd Mayweather in his prime, and they both at the same weight class, and he's not so much heavier than him. You know, just looking at their fighting style. Yeah. You know, it'd be a good fight. Nobody would know. It'd be good, yeah. You know, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. We don't know who would win that fight. That's a good fight. You know, you look at Manny Pacquiao, Mike Tyson. That would be a great fight. Manny Pacquiao, Muhammad Ali. These are all great fights because these are great fighters. Right? People were trying to say that Triple G is on the level with these guys, saying he's the best middleweight ever. What? He ain't even the best middleweight in the last 20 years. How's he the best middleweight ever? You understand what I'm saying?
Didn't Hopkins and them fight a middleweight?
And Hopkins fought at middleweight. Roy Jones, another one. Yeah. Roy Jones, you can put him at any weight class at any time, and you match him up against any fighter. Do you think that Sugar Ray Leonard would have dominated Roy Jones Jr.? No.
When he went to heavyweight, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying if weight wasn't an issue,
really,
they was all at the same weight class.
Right.
You understand? Roy Jones would match up with anybody. But what I'm saying is this. That fight yesterday showed us that on a skill level, Gennady Golovkin is not up to par with Kell Brook. The only reason why he beat Kell Brook is because Kell Brook was a smaller fighter. And if he was more acclimated to taking those type of punches, he would have dominated him. You understand what I'm saying? He actually hurt Triple G. He threw crazy combinations. Every time he was throwing punches, Triple G was just covering up, looking very ordinary. He won by a fifth round stoppage, but he looked very ordinary doing it. You understand? And a heavier person with the same skill set that Kell Brook has would school Gennady Golovkin. You understand? Nobody. We never seen anybody do that to Floyd Mayweather. We never seen anybody do that to Rock Marquez, a Mexican fighter who is a great fighter, Mexican. You understand? Felix Trinidad. Nobody did that to him. Nobody did that to Oscar De La Hoya. These are great fighters. You understand that? Any weight class. You put them at a weight class, and if weight wasn't an issue, they're able to compete with everybody. What Kell Brook showed us is that Triple G cannot compete with everybody on a skill level. He's just a power puncher. At 160, James Toney would have destroyed him.
Like that?
Lights out would have destroyed him. At 160, you know, if he was at 168, that boy Joe Calzaghe would destroy him. You understand what I'm saying?
So basically what you're saying is, man, in your definitive opinion, he's not one of the best pound-for-pound fighters.
No, he's not.
I was just saying.
He's a good fighter. He's knocking people out because he has, you know, people can't stand up to his power at 160. But if everybody was on the level playing field, I can name you 5 fighters right now who I think could beat him. I would think Timothy Bradley could beat him because with Tim Bradley, we already seen he could beat people that just as fast as him, if not faster. People, you know, with more power than him. Tim Bradley is an excellent fighter. I think Canelo Alvarez is a better pound-for-pound fighter than him. I think Andre Ward is a better pound-for-pound fighter than him. I also think that Sergey Kovalev is a better fighter than him pound-for-pound. And you know, Chocolate Zito, you know, Roman Gonzalez is another fighter that's better than him, pound for pound. Also think that what's my man name? The little guy, Guillermo Rigondeaux is another fighter that's better than him, pound for pound. I mean, the list goes on and on. I could just name these guys.
But you know what makes me laugh?
What's that?
Every time Triple G fight, you get mad and say why he done pound for pound.
They do.
Every fight I see it. Every fight I see it. You understand what I'm saying?
So what's up next with Triple G?
Well, Dan Jacobs or Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo Alvarez is fighting on Saturday. He's fighting them on pay-per-view. I don't know why they putting it on pay-per-view. They still in my pockets, man. I think I spent like $500 this year on pay-per-view alone. You know what I mean?
Just wait until the following week and watch it.
But you know, I'm a personality, so I gotta speak on it. You know, I'm talking junk about it. Friday night, I bet you I'm gonna be like, you know what, man, I'm ordered this fight. You know
it. I know you know it.
So you know what it is, what it is.
That's what they do.
You know, so I think I have to. I think I got to do it just to keep my fans, tuned into what I'm doing. You know, but what's next is either Canelo Alvarez, Danny Jacobs. He could move up and weight to 160, and he could fight a couple guys at 168. You know, which I think will be a terrible decision because he'll get beat. You know what I mean? At 168.
So you want to see fight Danny Jacobs?
Yeah, I think Danny Jacobs has a great chance. The only thing about Danny Jacobs, and I doubted him before, and he proved me wrong. I said Peter Quillen, Kid Chocolate was gonna beat him.
Kid Chocolate.
You know, but Kid Chocolate got dropped in the first round, knocked him out in the first round. So I don't know. But Danny Jacobs has a lot of power, and he called Triple G out on Friday. He said he's ready for him. And I think Triple G, it would be a great fight. It would definitely be a good fight.
We'll see. Make sure I keep it tuned. This brother right here is very passionate about his boxing. You can hear it in his voice. He's projecting.
You know what it is.
You know what I mean? Through his microphone, real loud. You hear this brother. He knows boxing, man. Make sure you check out the video on our YouTube channel, man. In the video 2000, he dropped post videos and pre-videos for the big major fights, man. So definitely check out our YouTube channel on In the Loop Radio 2000. This brother breaks it down to a fine T. You know what I mean? We gotta get ready to get our first guest on.